Hello and good evening from Lagos, Nigeria. You're welcome to Intimate Talk with Blessing podcast that happens every Sunday night. Now, this is Blessing Afolabi speaking, not your favorite host, Blessing Ashaoye. Please, guys, I don't know why she's doing this to me. I don't know why she wants to put me in a tight corner. I said I should take over everything. And I know I'm not good with the intro, but I'll do the little I can do, guys. So you're welcome again to today's episode of Intimate Talk with Blessing podcast. Please do well to plug in your earpiece because it's going to be a very interesting ride. Don't worry, make sure you share with someone. Now, today's topic is very interesting. Very it's I think the reason I thought about this topic was recently some people started asking questions about it. So the topic is on long distance relationships. So some people are asking questions about it. They want to know if it's a thing they can give a shot, if it makes sense, if it's good enough. If those who have had the experiences, if they can share their experience, how it was like, was it good or not? And then even some people in their marriages, they're actually having long distance marriage because they're not living together, maybe due to studies, their job or whatever. So I'm going to really talking just a bit about long distance relationships. So personally, I've had long distance relationships. So maybe that's why this my friend pushed me to this thing because she knows my secret. Can you imagine? Because she help us. So about long distance relationships now. One thing I want you guys to know is that not everybody can handle long distance relationships. So you should know that first. Put that at the back of your mind. Not everyone can run long distance relationships. And the truth is, it takes a lot of work. It takes more work. Like you do more work than those who are in relationships where they see themselves often, they're close and all of that. And you see, for long distance relationship, there are a lot of things you have to put in place and in check. Else, you both might end up living life independent of each other. It's easy to do your thing without that person because they are not in your space. You can do whatever you like and do your thing because they're not in your space, and it feels like life runs smoothly for you without them. Obviously, like literally, yes, it's like life is moving for you without them. So a lot of people in long distance relationship, they cannot maintain it. So sometimes it feels like after some time there's this space, and with long distance relationship, communication has to be top notch. For every relationship, communication is key. It's very important. But for long distance, it is more work. Communication is hard because you both cannot have time together. Maybe sometimes you see yourself, you go out and have time to discourse. It's easy for you to downplay some issues, overlook some issues, and run away from talking about some things because you are not in your space. You cannot see yourself. So it's easy for you to not talk about some things because you might not even be in that good environment or space to even talk about it at the time you both are talking. So it's very easy for you not to even talk about some important issues. It's very hard to communicate, especially when your time zones are now different. For example, you're in Nigeria and the person is in the US. It's harder because when they're in the US, they're at night. Probably you are in the day here in Nigeria. Your time schedules are different. Maybe the time the person is free, that's the time you're at work. The time you're at work is when the person is free. So it's very dicey. It's kind of hard to smoother communication at that point. But if you're not careful, it is very easy for you to want to easily cut off relationship. There can be a gap that will lead to you guys ending the relationship because most times you feel like this guy doesn't have my time, or this lady is always busy. She's always busy. When I want to talk to her, she's not available, or when I want to talk to him, he's not available, and it becomes incessant. So you both have to be intentional, super intentional about your communication. Learn to marry a time that both of you are can talk, both of you, a convenient time for both of you. Try to look at your schedules. Okay, this time is busy, this time I'm busy, this time, okay, I think we can walk around this time, so you both can really talk and communicate. Because if you do not find that time intentionally, the relationship will not last. Not everybody have that energy to go through long distance relationship. I have been in a long distance relationship, and seriously, it is beautiful. Really, it is beautiful, and it's kind of funny. I'll say it's funny, but long distance relationship, it saves you some unnecessary funds. You understand, guys? Like all this going out, want to go to eatery and go and eat. I'm not saying that it's not good. I'm just saying that sometimes it saves you get all those, because you're not together. You don't even have time to do all of that. It saves you more. It helps. There are so many plus sides to long distance relationship. It helps you to be more calculative, intentional. But then you will need to learn a lot of things, because you will need to learn that I am not just independent of this person. I will definitely be in this person's space one time or the other. So when you need to learn how you're going to behave when you both are in the same space, it might be very weird and awkward by the time you get to see each other at a point. And then one thing you must know is, for long distance relationship, you must do it with the mind that, yes, we're going to be together soon. Whether you're still dating or you're married, there should be a long-term goal or short-term goal, whatever it is, that you both are going to be together. Don't have that mindset. If the plan is, you're in long-distance relationship and there is no plan, no conscious plan for you both to be together, then there'll be an issue, because at one time or the other, one of the partners will feel like this person doesn't really like me, because there's no conscious effort. There must be a conscious effort for you both to be together. Maybe one person might have to compromise. There's no way in relationships and marriage you have to compromise one way or the other. So you must consciously work out ways where you both would be together soonest, because the longer it takes, the more you both grow to be independent of each other and might not even want yourselves anymore. There might be people around that are available to do whatever that person you're wishing want to do for you, and your mind might go off the person in no time. It's even an opportunity for you to even see other people, meet other people, and be like, this person is not even there. I've been in that state where I feel like this person is not there. I don't even know if this person really likes me, because this person is not really showing the enthusiasm and all of that. But then you need to communicate. Don't just assume things. Talk about things. Say, okay, what are your plans? What are we doing? What are the plans? You need to set plans and goals for yourself. Okay, in the next 1-2 years, this is what we are going to do. This is how we're going to be together. This is our plan. This is what we'll do. Okay, after 2 years we'll be together. Let there be a conscious plan. Don't just sit there and you're just dating and you're there and there's no plan. Or even if you're married and then jobs or studies take you out. So if it's studies, okay, after my 2, 3, 4, 5 years, okay, we're going to be together. This is the plan. Or this job I'm doing for a short while so that we can, get our balance. Then we'll find something else. You get something else to do, and so you both can be together. You need to be conscious. You need to discuss. You need to communicate. It is very important. So I want you to know that long distance relationship works. They can work. They have worked. A lot of people have gotten testimonies for people. I even listened to Pastor Kingsley Okonkwo one time, and brought in some people who had long distance relationships and they got married, and it worked for them, but they did the work. So any relationship, that you must do the work. There's a lot of work, sacrifice, and commitment you need to put into relationships, and same thing goes for long distance relationship. You need to put in the work. You need to be very intentional about communicating, very intentional about your plans, very intentional about showing care too, because the distance alone is enough for you guys to just be off yourselves. But you need to show care, show that yes, this person, there are ways to get that person involved in your day. If it's to drop messages time to time, when you're free, you can make video calls with the person. It makes them feel like, yes, this person really wants me, this person really loves me, and this person wants me to be part of their life. So make time for each other, make time for communication, make time for planning, make time to show care. You can even do things that if you're not in the same country, it's even harder, or you're not in the same state, there are ways you definitely, when you're dating someone, you know their friends, you know people around there, or their siblings, their family. There are ways you can tell them, reach out to those their family and friends to do things, maybe to surprise them, get them a gift, know the love language of that your partner, and make sure you work it out. Really, long distance relationships are beautiful. They have their good part, the good sides, and it's very beautiful because when you're fantasizing that one day I'll meet this person, and you put in the work and it works. Really, it's very beautiful. But very importantly, communicate well. Make plans to get together soon, please, and then show love. Okay, I'm not a marriage counselor, guys, but I've from my experience and from the experiences of others, really, long distance relationships can work. It has worked for people and it can work. But if you know that you don't have that energy, or you are someone that the person you love must be in your space, your love language, please don't even bother. Don't try it. Don't go into it if you know you can. But if you can, please, it is beautiful. It's just a matter of work, and there's no relationship where you wouldn't have to work or compromise and sacrifice a lot. Thank you guys for listening. I know I've talked too much, but I just hope you enjoyed this podcast tonight. And please do not forget to like, to subscribe, and to share this podcast. We'll see you same time next week. My darling baby, you are the best. I love you. Thank you guys, and do have a wonderful week ahead. Ciao, ciao.